Friday Q&A, let's talk about leases. Had a question last week or two asking what's the difference between a finance lease and a sales type lease. They're actually exactly the same. The finance lease is from the lessee's perspective. The sales type lease is from the lessor's perspective. The important thing about leases are the classifications. So there's either a finance lease or an operating lease from a lessee's perspective. And then from the lessor's perspective, there's the sales type, and then there's the operating lease. Operating is the same on both sides. If it's a finance lease, then it's a sales type lease, lessee, lessor. Okay, from a lessee's perspective, the initial debit and credit is the same. Debit, right of use asset, credit, lease payable. That's exactly the same. The important thing is the classification. And essentially, there are 5 rules for finance leases. If you trigger one of them, then you are a finance lease. Otherwise, you are an operating lease. And so most of these rules deal with essentially who owns the asset that is being leased. If the economic value is going to be used up for the duration of the lease, or most of the economic value, like the life of the asset, is being used up during the lease, or if there's a purchase option that's going to be exercised, or if the assets will be transferred at the end of the lease, then it's a finance lease. Know those rules. There's 5 of them, and it's very similar to the old capitalization lease rules, but the really big thing now is operating leases are also capitalized. So I will attach in the comments to this video a link to some longer YouTube videos that I didn't make, but they are quite excellent in going through lease accounting classifications and debits and credits. Thanks.